I just got done watching Andor Episode 9. This is going to be my full spoiler review on this episode, so if you haven't checked out the episode yet, definitely go check it out, then come back and watch this. And while you're here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you have a place to keep talking Disney+, Marvel, HBO, Star Wars, and whatever type of TV shows and movies you like to watch. This is certainly the channel for you guys, and I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts as well, so make sure to leave those thoughts down below. So coming off last week where we saw Andor in that prison and everything kind of starting to scheme together, this is one of those middle point episodes where it's really starting to ramp up, the build up to everything kind of going on, to the point where this episode was paced so well that the second it ended, I was like, that's it? I need more, and episode 10 cannot come soon enough after this one, because this episode heavily relied on, again, Deidre and everything kind of going on with Bix, and as well as Andor, because we got a little bit more of Mon Mothma, and specifically her relationship with Vel, and how that all sorts to go. That dinner scene, or that sequence by the table, was very interesting to say the least, and I love the performances that we're getting between each and every one of the actors, as well as Cyril waiting for Deidre to get to work. That was interesting because we're seeing the dedication for Cyril, but also in the same way that Deidre just like wants nothing to do with him. So for me, hearing that Cyril got or kind of lying, I guess, at the promotion, or I guess he did, but nonetheless, all these characters are fascinating. And that's the one thing that I can keep praising Andor, is that no matter what storyline I'm watching, I'm always intrigued on the dialogue, because it seems like each and every single thing mixes together. And while we didn't get Stellan Skarsgård's character in here, seeing Vel and the relationship between Mon Mothma kind of be revealed is interesting. Seeing Cyril wait for Deidre is interesting. Seeing Deidre, again, continuing to pursue Cassian Andor and the Imperials, or the Empire, very much starting to really start to ramp that up, is some of the most interesting aspects of this entire show. But this episode really relies on that prison, because we had to say goodbye to our old man friend who worked with Andor, and really opens up certain things, because we start to see, again, we saw a little bit of the glimpse of this in the first episode, but we really get to see the daily shifts. How does this work? How does the sequence work of them working, and how does things, and they start to kind of come to the scheme of them escaping itself. And Andor, you know, between him and Andy Serkis' character, Andy Serkis' character is just there, he's doing his job, he just wants to leave. This changes heavily by the end of the episode when he sees that this old man dies and they just end up killing him, and the doctor pretty much reveals what happened on floor 2, is that they released the guy, put him on floor 4, or maybe it was the vice versa on which floor it was, and then everyone just ended up finding out, and they just killed them all. They just killed them all. And it opened their eyes that no one is getting out of here. Which by the end of this episode, where Andor once again asks, how many guards on each level? And because Andy Serkis' character knows the ins and outs of this place, he just, you know, before that, he would not say anything. He would not say about escaping or anything from there. At that very moment, he displayed it. Which gives me that episode 10 is going to be a prison break episode, which is so exciting, because if you know me, I love heist and I love prison break stuff. And the fact that we're getting both in this, we got that in, episode 6, the heist. And now we're getting an episode, it'll be 10 now? That's just freaking awesome to me. And I think it continues that how mature this show is, specifically in just the way that this old man has a stroke. And they center on that. And then seeing this doctor just give him a shot that ends up killing him. It's all these things that lead up. And even seeing Andor shiv at that one thing. That's the thing that I love about this, and it's actually one of the things that reminds me of War for the Planet of the Apes, if you ever got to see that show. That was not the war that they very much heavily marketed to us during that movie, but the thing that when you go back and rewatch that movie, is that war is more than just action. War is more than just people fighting in a battle or explosions. War can truly be the detriment and the torture of certain people, the survival of it all. Survival can be looked at as war. And what we are in currently in Star Wars is a war. Even within Andor, before war has even begun. It's the rebellion starting, and it's that prequel saga that we needed for this. And I'm loving this show. This is one of the most surprising shows I've ever watched. Honestly, I did not know I'd get this engrossed in it. But thank you so much again, guys, for watching this. And again, make sure to remember to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts, and of course, may the Force be with us all.